Sorry if I sound like puberty just hit me like a ton of bricks, but I have come down with Cough Contagion 2015. I get one every single year, so I'll try to power through this review like the trooper I am. Yeah, I've been kind of slacking on my review game lately, but I'll just blame it on the cough. Okay, so Attack on Titan. So Attack on Titan follows the premise that 100 years before, Titans roamed the earth and destroyed most of the human population, basically forcing them to build huge walls to protect them. And inside this place called the Monzen District, a kid named Eren Yeager wants to go outside the walls and he's curious what's beyond the outer world. Until suddenly, at the most convenient time, the Titans come back and wipe out most of his district as he witnesses countless and countless of deaths among his people. Now with a burning hatred against the Titans, Eren vows to kill every single Titan as he joins the army that specializes in killing these colossal beings. Now, as most of you are aware, it's based off the immensely popular anime with the same name, and it's one of those things where I see why it's popular. Because me, not being the hugest fan of anime, I gave the show a chance. I watched all of season 1 and I really liked it. I mean, I'm not like a die-hard fan like some people who show up to the movie dressed up in the jacket and the boots. I mean, I get that. That's cool. Good job. Cause you bet your ass when The Force Awakens comes out, I'm dressing up for that shit. Just no question about it. But honestly, I feel really bad for the fans because even me, not the biggest die-hard fan, I didn't find this movie to be good at all. And before I get into why, I want to get some of the positives out of the way because I really had to dig deep for them. First things first, the costume design in the movie. It really looks like these anime characters transformed into live action form. Every single detail from what I remember of them being dressed, they got that aspect down. Like, it really looks like these anime characters jump from the TV onto the movie screen, but they're still on the TV. A screen in general is... Fuck it, forget it. But you guys know what I mean. They translated the characters from how they look very well. The world setting itself up and was really cool. It's like they added this sort of dirtiness and grit to it. Made this world seem a bit more realistic. Since these people are kept inside trying to build this district, not everyone will be kept entirely clean. It was like that through the whole movie. Even when they're out killing the Titans, it really had this edge on how dirty these soldiers really looked. And I was afraid that this movie would sugarcoat some of the blood and gore, but thankfully it didn't because it will literally show the Titans picking up people and ripping them in half like paper. Those parts were really sweet. Do you know what's not really sweet? The rest of this movie. The writing for this movie was just all over the place, and I tried going easy on it considering it is an anime, and technically it is impossible to try and fit half a season into 2 hours. So it's a bit understandable making certain changes and rewriting the story to try and cram it all into one movie. But it literally felt like they got some of the highlights from the first couple episodes and translated it into live action form that doesn't really flow too well. They will go from one place to another and forcefully shove the characters into the mix so we can just have the characters from the show be in the movie. It's bullshit. It's like having Leon S. Kennedy in the 5th Resident Evil installment. Why do you need to be in there? And I'm sure some of you may complain on what I just said about bringing in the characters from the TV show, but trust me, if you have seen the movie, you'll understand on how they bring in these characters. They don't do a good job at all. And the funny thing is, I felt my theater get warm from all the pissed off fans around me because they made changes to the story that completely derail from the anime. Some I could give 2 shits about, like Armin's hair being black when it's blonde in the TV show. Yeah, stupid changes like that. But when you tweak some of the relationships that the main characters have, that's surely gonna piss some fans off. Like Eren's motivation of killing the Titans. I'm not gonna spoil the movie or anything, but it gets towards the middle end of the movie where it's like, dude, your motivation for killing them is useless now. And you can tell that this movie did not have a big budget whatsoever. A lot of the set had to rely heavily on green screen. That was one aspect that didn't appear realistic to me. And yeah, I get it, there's Titans in the movie, it's not supposed to be realistic. It was weird, like one moment they're on a legit set and then all of a sudden they're in this green screen that wasn't even that good. And the Titans themselves, they weren't even threatening at all. In fact, they were pretty laughable. I mean, there was a select few that looked pretty cool, but the rest was mostly naked Japanese men running around. Seriously, real life naked Japanese men eating people. Why would I want to see that? No. I feel like they really didn't give a shit on what the Titans looked like. I mean, seriously, there was a Titan baby in the movie. But then again, there was some dumb shit ones in the TV show also, like the mustache one and I don't know what the hell this is. But in the end, Attack on Titan, I will give credit to where credit is due. It is better than most live action anime movies. The gritty, edgy blood and gore it had, it showed that they weren't afraid to take it up to those levels. But it's overshadowed by horrible writing that is surely to majorly piss fans off. And they have antagonists that are really laughable and it sometimes goes against on what they really stand for. Even though it is a limited release, Attack on Titan is only worth checking out when and if it gets a Redbox release. Don't see it for the naked Japanese men. But anyway guys, I want to know what your thoughts are on about Attack on Titan. Were there any well, take that back. What are the changes that pissed you off the most? Whatever they are, leave them down below. And as always, there's a link for my Twitter and my Facebook below as well. Keep in contact with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But in the meantime, I have to get going because my voice is literally about to give out. I'm a trooper.